This is Pantheon, a strong and mid-game champion, capable of beating down Hercules and the 300, who looks like a Love Island participant and motivates you through crude voice lines. Wanna main Pantheon?
I have found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further.
Pantheon is an insane 1v1 fighter, almost outdueling every melee in the game. He can assist allies from very far away and rotate without being spotted by wards. You should be fearing a flash W from this man, as it could mean game over for you. He is fun to play, great voice lines, and I love his gameplay and to melt people when I'm ahead. And the power you feel when you throw, and here you go, yes, this is my spear, and I'm about to arrive and kill you both. Yeah, just satisfying, honestly. However, even someone as awesome as Pantheon has weaknesses. He can be easily kitable. You don't really have any advantage in melee 1v1 at level 6 due to the nature of your ultimate. If you fall behind, you end up being pretty useless or just a point and click stun to try to set your team and hopefully get less flame afterwards. Also, I know you always wonder why is Aatrox on the back of his splash shard, or at least I did. Basically, Aatrox climbs Mount Targon to fight Pantheon and defeats him, killing the constellation and leaving Atreus, the human who possesses the aspect, to die. By sheer chadness and petty, Atreus speeds to Aatrox. Aatrox leaves him to die, but Atreus manages to get back to his tribe to heal. After being recovered, big boy powerless Atreus goes to fight Aatrox by himself. He had almost no power left on his spear, his shield was heavily damaged and he had a huge scar on his chest. He fight Aatrox regardless of this. When Atreus was about to get beaten again, he managed to strike Aatrox's forearm, detaching Darkin from his host. Remember, the Darkin is the weapon. Suddenly, the Pantheon constellation was back into the sky. Atreus bowed to the shield to protect all mortals against destruction. Instead of bowing as Atreus, he took the mantle of the Pantheon, the aspect of war. This Wanna Main has been requested by the lovely Drunk Gamer. If you want to see your Wanna Main or any champion in particular, just drop it down in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to don't miss it. You will see the request queue at the very end of the video, and if you miss me in between video and video, you can go and follow me on twitch.tv/offtherift. Pantheon's passive is Mortal Will. He gets a stack per auto attack or ability used. When he reaches 5 charges, his next basic ability will be empowered, consuming all the stacks. Comet Spear is Pantheon's Q. He can tap or hold this ability. Tapping the ability will deal physical damage in a small area in the chosen direction and refund 60% of the ability cooldown, so it's very good to try to get your passive stack up quickly. Holding the ability lets Pantheon throw the spear, dealing physical damage as well, but it doesn't refund any CD and it deals reduced damage to any target beyond the first. This ability deals bonus physical damage to enemies below 20% health. Shield Bolt is Pantheon's W. Pantheon leaps to a select target. If the target is within certain amount of distance, it will be stunned for 1 second and deal physical damage. His Mortal Will bonus makes Pantheon deal 3 quick success and power auto attacks. Aegis Assault is Pantheon's E. Pantheon chooses a direction which he will block any incoming damage from that direction for 1.5 seconds unless turret damage. He also deals damage on a cone in front of the shield. Pantheon can recast this ability after 0.3 seconds, or it will be automatically recast after then 1.5 duration, dealing physical damage on a cone again. His Mortal Will bonus is 60% bonus movement speed after the recast. Grand Starfall is another of those cool R of League of Legends. Pantheon challenges for 2 seconds, then leaps into the air, disappearing from the map and becoming immune to CC until landing. While in the air, he challenges again for 2.2 seconds and grants sight of his landing area. After 0.8 seconds, he throws his spear. If it hits an enemy, the small circle area, it deals physical damage to them and applies a 50% slow for 2 seconds. Then, 1.2 seconds is when Pantheon lands and the sheer force creates a shockwave alongside himself, dealing magic damage to enemies, increasing from the center to the sides. After this, he reappears, gaining all Mortal Will stacks. Moving into your build, you will want to start with an Eclipse, followed by defensive boots, then a Black Cleaver, then a Death Dance or a Movement Mortius, finishing with a Sherilda against a lot of armor. Other option is starting with a Jomus, followed by your mythic choice of Eclipse or Divine Sunderer, which I'm not entirely sure if it still works after the nerf we got a few patches ago, but I just throw it in here just in case. Then you have a Black Cleaver, a Death Dance, and then a Movement Mortius. For your situational items, you got a Serpent's Fang, a Guardian Angel, an Edge of Night, a Blade of the Ruin King, a Chimspunk, or, when playing support, an Unbreakable. For top and mid, your runes will be Conqueror or Press Attack, followed by Triumph. As a beginner, you don't feel confident, or try picking up Presence of Mind, as this champion is very mana hungry like action, followed by Alacrity or Tenacity based on champions, and then finishing with a Last Stand. For your secondary choices, you have Biscuit Delivery and Time War Tonic. If going Corrupting Potion, use this, or if going Adoran item, go for Overgrowth with Second Wind or Bone Plating. For your mini runes, you got AD, and armor. First your support runes, it will be Press Attack, followed by Triumph, Tenacity, and Last Stand. Press Attack is better as you will be duo-in on the lane, so that bonus attack will be beneficiary for your teammate, your ADC basically. On secondaries, you're going to use Chip Shot and Rena's Hunter, and for your mini runes, you're going to do AD, and armor. Moving into your combos, you can auto-attack Q, auto-attack. You can W, auto-attack Q, tap, and then E, auto-attack Q. You can W, 2 auto-attacks, followed by a Q, and E, and auto-attack and a Q. So you can also buffer Q, and then flash, basically tapping Q and then flashing so your enemy has little response. Moving into my favorite part of the video, can it jungle? Yes! Now he can actually jungle quite properly after recent Riot's buff, and here in the background you will see a quick speed run of the clear. And now while we keep looking how Alex keeps missing auto attacks, I'm gonna tell you some tips. Most of your E damage comes on the last tick after it ends or you recast it, so tap it quickly for burst damage. As mentioned earlier, you can finish early in power E to gain bonus move speed with chasing or escaping. You can block all skills, the only condition is you have to be facing them, even Cartus ult, just aim towards his jungle roughly if he's not ganking. Roots like Syra will still apply though, just not damage. Q-tap is stronger than Q-throw to trade on lane, as Q-throw does less damage past the first target, this includes myself, minions. Also, go to practice tool to check Q-tap range because it's longer than you think. Play smartly with W and E, as you will get instantly all-in if you waste them due to their long cooldown. And lastly, you can cancel Empower's W triple auto-attack animation with a tap Q. For his matchup and synergies, we sit on the first one main, and we'll say it again. All my homies hate Fiora! For your bad matchups, we got Fiora, Tam Kench, Poppy, Vayne, Wukong, and Shen. And for your easy matchups, you got Yasuo, Nasus, Kayle, Rengar, and Wen. Moving to his skins, as this is another champion, he got quite a few. So we're gonna start with Original, followed by Myrmidon, Ruthless, Perseus, Full Metal, Glaive Warrior, Dragon Slayer, Zombie Slayer, Baker, Pulsifia, Ruin, Prestige Ascendant, and Ashen Knight, but don't buy this last skin, just buy the chroma of Prestige Ascendant. Thank you so much for watching this new episode of Wanna Main. I'm so sorry it took so long, but I got a lot of work. There was like Commonwealth in Birmingham, so yeah. Remember, if you want to see a specific champion, feel free to put it down in the comments, and I will put it on the request queue. This is the current request queue. If you want to have a quick look, I will see you next week, or hopefully next week, with the next champion, Gunplank.